Could I ask everyone to please be seated? Thank you. So I'm Jane Carrero. I am the Vice President for Health Affairs at the University of New England and the Dean of our College of Osteopathic Medicine. On behalf of the university, I would like to welcome you to our 21st annual White Coat Ceremony and welcoming convocation for the college's 40th entering class. I'd also like to extend an especially warm welcome to the friends and family members of the students. Could you please stand? Family, come on, you've worked hard to get them here. Thank you. Listen, you guys, you've worked hard to get these people here. You deserve a little accolades, okay? So take them when we give them to you, right? At this time, I'd also like to introduce the members of the platform party. Dr. James Herbert, president of the University of New England. He's our new president. Welcome, James. Dr. Cheryl Doan, who is our Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Thank you, Cheryl. Dr. Meredith Norris, who is President of the Maine Osteopathic Association. Thank you, Meredith. And unfortunately, due to my inability to count, Dr. Lisa Ryan, who is on the Board of Trustees of the Maine Medical Association. Dr. Susan Berlin, who's our president of our Alumni Association. Thank you. Class of 1984. And also Dr. Craig Beauvoir from our class of 1982, one of the first classes of COM, and he's going to be our white coat speaker. Thank you, Craig. An institution of higher education is only as good as its faculty and staff. It is my distinct honor to work with a team of amazing individuals, and I'd like to ask all the faculty and staff to stand and be recognized, please. Thank you. The white coat ceremony was developed by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation to create a psychological contract for professionalism and empathy in medicine. The first white coat ceremony took place in 1993 at Columbia University's College of Physicians and Surgeons. Here at UNE, we have held the white coat ceremony in the fall of the students' first year, after they've gone through a little bit of medical school, gone through their first exams, and they've begun to get a taste of what it means to try to get through medical school, but to become a physician. Really, this is about the students, this entire next hour and a half or so. So I want to speak to the students. You need to recognize that from this day forward, society is going to grant you significant and humbling power and responsibility in your relationship to other people. You have to acknowledge that. You will grow in knowledge and skills from both the academic and clinical experiences that you undertake here and in the hospital and in your residency as you develop the qualities that will make you an outstanding osteopathic physician. However, I implore you to remember that true growth requires that you learn to value your strengths while recognizing your weaknesses. That you work to develop your confidence, but you have to maintain an awareness of your limitations. This is critical. You will meet high expectations, you will have amazing experiences, and you will achieve outstanding successes, every single one of you. You'll go so far behind anything I ever dreamed of, okay? But you have to cultivate the humility to recognize your own limitations, to ask for help when you need it, and to forgive yourself your shortcomings. Caring for others is a privilege, but you must also care for yourself. I want you to take a moment and I want you to look around. Look around the room. Look around. I don't see anybody's head moving. I'm the dean. Look around the room. Okay? You are surrounded by people who are going to support you on this journey. Everyone here today, including all of us up here in these white coats. We're here to bear witness to this first step in your commitment to this profession and to serving others. The privileges granted by society bring with them tremendous pressures. We will all support you. Take care of yourselves, but grant yourself permission to recognize when you need help and ask for it. That's important. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. James Herbert, the newly installed president of the University of New England.
Thank you so much, Dean Carrero, and thank you very much for your kind words. Good morning. Good morning to everyone, to the distinguished faculty, to the students, families, honored guests. It's a real pleasure to be here this morning and to congratulate our newest members of the UNE community and their families. Members of the class of 2021, you've worked hard to achieve your goal of entering medical school, and today we celebrate your formal transition into the College of Osteopathic Medicine at the University of New England. Many congratulations to all of you. So 40 years ago, this college was created by a group of osteopathic physicians who wanted to ensure that the people of New England received the best possible medical care. At the time, osteopathic physicians comprised the majority of physicians available in numerous rural and urban areas throughout New England, and many were reaching retirement age. So failure to replace them would have represented not only a marked loss to the profession, but more importantly, to the patients who had come to depend on osteopathic care. Thus, a group of physicians moved to establish an osteopathic medical school that would serve the 6 New England states. In its first year, Unicom consisted of the newly revamped Stella Maris Hall. It's hard to imagine when we say newly revamped Stella Maris, for those of you that have been there, but believe it or not, at that time, it was newly revamped. 36 pioneering students, 36. And a faculty, a huge faculty, consisting of 12 faculty members. So today, our College of Osteopathic Medicine offers some of the best medical education facilities in the nation within the Harold Alphons Center for Health Sciences. It enrolls nearly 700 students, and it includes more than 250 faculty members. We've been recognized for our excellence in primary care, geriatric education, and osteopathic manipulative medicine. As the college has evolved, UNE has grown to become a world-class university that trains other healthcare professionals, dentists, and pharmacists to create the healthcare teams of tomorrow. Our medical students are among the best and brightest in the country. Indeed, they are in high demand, and you will be in high demand. Thanks to the reputation they've earned, we rank among the top 10 medical schools nationally in terms of students procuring their first choices of residency programs. We also rank in the top 10 nationally for graduates' mean scores on all 3 parts of the National Osteopathic Licensing exams. So students, by the time you graduate, you'll possess the expertise and knowledge to succeed in any area of the medical profession. Over the course of your 4 years with UNE, you'll gain the experience in team-based care and clinical experiences in a wide range of primary care settings. You'll be ready to work with diverse populations and to provide the highest quality of care. So more than that, your link here, your time here will forge another important link in the enduring legacy of our students and faculty that they've built over the decades. During a period of great change in medicine and medical education, the UNE College of Osteopathic Medicine has remained true to its core commitments of putting patients first, caring for one another, caring for the community and the environment, and creatively shaping the future while also preserving our profession's past. These principles have molded generations of students into leaders at both the local and the global levels. And they will, no doubt, these same principles will no doubt mold you as well. So again, I welcome you to the UNE family. I wish you nothing but the very best as you embark upon the exciting journey ahead. And I apologize that I can't stay for the rest of the ceremony. I've got another meeting that I'm already late for, so I apologize, but I was really pleased to be able to be here this morning to welcome you all, and I wish you the very, very best, and I look forward to seeing you around campus. Thank you so much.
Thank you, President Herbert. It's been a pleasure having him here. He really had 2 meetings before this, too, so he's kind of a busy guy. At this time, I'd like to introduce Meredith Norris, president of the Maine Osteopathic Medical Association. Dr. Norris is a graduate of Nova Southeastern University, College of Osteopathic Medicine. She completed a rural family medicine residency at West Virginia University. She's been the editor-in-chief of the Osteopathic Family Physician Journal and is past president of the Maine chapter of the American College of Osteopathic Medicine. She holds 3 board certifications: the American Board of Addiction Medicine, the American College of Osteopathic Family Physicians, and the American Board of Obesity Medicine. Currently, Dr. Norris practices at Gray Street Recovery, where she focuses on working with patients who are dealing with pain, addiction, obesity, and other kinds of suffering. Dr. Norris.
Thank you, Dr. Carrero. So, to hear my bio, you can tell that I'm wicked important. And it's very important as well for you all to realize that while I was the geeky little kid who went around talking about Greek mythology about 30 years before Percy Jackson made that cool, I worked in mental health after undergrad and was never, ever, ever a scientist. When I was in my first month of medical school, the enormity of what I was trying to do hit me like a ton of bricks, and I literally had to put my hand in my mouth to keep from whimpering out loud during biochemistry. And I felt I was surrounded by people who were super competent, really good in the sciences, had extreme chops in biochemistry, and plus it was South Florida, so everybody looked really good. I felt I had made a tremendous mistake, that I would fall to my own hubris, a la those Greek myths I was so fond of, and that somehow it had been a total error that allowed me to get in the first place. A great many of you are probably feeling that way, and I just want to remind you, as president of the MOA, this was not a mistake. You had many, many opportunities to do something else, and the school had many, many opportunities to choose somebody else. Every single one of you has a really terrific collection of talents, and it's okay to feel insecure about all the talents you don't have or don't have yet. As my grandmother used to tell me when I would complain about my brother, we don't get to pick our relatives. However, in the osteopathic family, we do get to pick our relatives, and we chose you. So welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Norris. That's why she's wicked important. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Lisa Ryan, a member of the Maine Medical Association Executive Committee. Dr. Ryan is a graduate of the New York College of Osteopathic Medicine, class of 1991. She completed her pediatric residency at the Medical Center Hospital of Vermont in Burlington, Vermont. She's been a clinical instructor in pediatrics for the University of Vermont College of Medicine and is currently a clinical instructor in pediatrics for Tufts University School of Medicine. Dr. Ryan practices at Bridgeton Pediatrics in Bridgeton, Maine. I'm very sorry about that. She practices at Bridgeton Pediatrics in Bridgeton, Maine. And Dr. Ryan, it's not in the script, so I want to say this. Dr. Ryan is one of the national leaders in the American Academy of Pediatrics around osteopathic manipulative medicine in pediatrics. And she is one of the leaders in that group, one of the thought leaders, and bringing the concepts of osteopathic philosophy, mind, body, spirit, to her colleagues that she works with very closely, who have graduated from MD school. So she's really a visionary in that way, and I'm very honored that she was able to join us today. Dr. Ryan.
Thank you, Dr. Carrera, and she's too kind, really. And I just want to preface to say that I am not as funny as Dr. Norris, so it's a little humbling coming after her. It's wonderful to be here. I had the privilege to attend a white coat ceremony a couple of years ago, and as Dr. Carrera had mentioned, I am a past president of the Maine Medical Association. By the way, the first DO president of the Maine Medical Association, I'm proud to say. And I continue to be active on the board, and We had a meeting up in Bar Harbor last weekend, and our executive vice president, Gordon Smith, said, Lisa, what are you doing next weekend? We really need someone for the white coat ceremony. And I jumped all over it. I said, I would absolutely love to go and love to be there, because it's an honor to be here. It's a privilege to welcome the class of 2021. All of you osteopathic medical students are about to embark in an incredible, amazing, fantastic, wonderful journey. There will be ups and downs, there will be heartaches, there will be long nights, there will be sad times, but it is an amazing experience and opportunity that you will have in medical school, and just the beginning of an amazing, incredible experience you will have as osteopathic physicians. On behalf of the Maine Medical Association, I welcome you all. I just want to make a quick update in my bio, because I am now at the Harry E. Davis Pediatric Center and part of the Mercy system here in Portland. Made a switch a couple of years ago, so I just wanted to kind of put that out there. And I may see some of you in my office. I'm a preceptor for you guys for rotations in pediatrics, so just give me a call if you're interested. Would love to see you. Good luck, congratulations, and welcome.
Thank you, Lisa. New England's College of Osteopathic Medicine has played an important role in addressing the primary care and rural health needs of this state, the region, and the country. We are very proud of the impact we've had on the care for the underserved. Whether our students choose to pursue a career in primary care or enter a specialty field, they are assured the finest medical education and a world of opportunity in which to pursue their dreams. As Dr. Herbert mentioned, these opportunities might not have been possible if not for our founders, a group of physicians of varying age, many with families, young families, some who were newly in practice, who committed their time, channeled their passion, and two, I personally know of, mortgaged their houses, seriously, to start this school. That is a legacy of service and commitment to the welfare of the community and to the profession to be able to deliver that. That remains at the core of who we are at Unicom. To date, the University of New England has graduated over 3,300 alumni who have gone on to provide care, assume leadership roles, and fulfill their ambition to be the best possible osteopathic physicians that they could become. One of our alumni who embodies this legacy of service and commitment is Dr. Craig Bouvier, a member of our inaugural class, the class of 1982. So he was here with those 12 faculty members and that Stella Maris that was recently renovated. Was it good? We'll talk about it. Dr. Bouvier completed his family practice residency at Lancaster Osteopathic Hospital in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He has held extensive leadership positions in areas of research, education, and health delivery. He serves on the editorial board of the Journal of the American Osteopathic Association, the West Virginia Anatomical Board, and the West Virginia Center for Translational Science Institute of Guiding Counsel, as well as the state's Department of Health and Human Resources Division of Research within the state of West Virginia. He also serves on the board of the West Virginia Medical Professionals Health Program, which is a IPE kind of entity. He's on the board of deans for the American Association of the Colleges of Osteopathic Medicine. He's vice chair of the board of the Robert C. Beard Clinic and chair of the board of the Mountain State Osteopathic Postgraduate Institute. Additionally, Dr. Bouvier serves on the Rural Health Initiative Leadership Team for the state of West Virginia, and as Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the School of Osteopathic Medicine in West Virginia, he is a leader in training physicians to care for the underserved. Dr. Bouvier is an example of an outstanding physician and a role model, and I am so pleased that he's returned to his alma mater to share a message with us today. It's my pleasure to welcome you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you today and share this moment with the class of 2021. I'd like to thank the administration for inviting me and for allowing me to be here. I'm honored to be part of your ceremony. This auditorium brings back memories was just over 35 years ago that I crossed this stage to be hooded and given my diploma. Now you're waiting to come up, and you'll hear your name called and be presented with your white coat and inducted into the osteopathic profession. There was no white coat ceremony when I entered school. As the dean said, this is a relatively new ceremony, with the first fledged ceremony occurring in 1993 at Columbia University. Some schools present the white coat as you complete your preclinical sciences and move into your clinical sciences. And then others, such as UNE, perform the ceremony as you begin your journey into the osteopathic profession. I thought I'd take a few minutes to talk about what comes with the white coat. When the coat's first purchased, it has no name or patch on it. It's a blank slate. Later, your name will be embroidered on it. A patch is attached, but it starts blank, just like the one I'm wearing right now. When you start classes, you are a blank slate. I always enjoy teaching our clinical science course, which is our course in which we teach communication skills and how to perform a history and physical to our first-year students. Students start the class knowing absolutely nothing. And as the year goes on, they acquire the skills, and they can do a complete history and physical by the time they've completed their first year. It always amazes me how much you can learn in 1 year. Now, the white coat does come with pockets. One for your diagnostic kit, one for your stethoscope, tuning fork, reflex hammer. You have to have a place for your pens. If you're lucky, you have some inside pockets, and you can hide some snacks in case you miss a meal. When we were students, we had small black notebooks. We stored all our templates in those, templates for histories and physicals, admission notes, delivery notes, discharge notes. We put in all the formulas we used constantly. We had tables of conditions and what was the most practical diagnostic test to use, what was the drug of choice or treatment of choice for a condition. We called them our peripheral brains. Often we also had pocket textbooks that we'd carry in our pockets along with those. Now, this often required the addition of ancillary pockets, which we sewed to either the outside or the inside of our coats. By the time our coats were filled, we couldn't get our arms down to our sides. Of course, now all that information is readily available by your phone or a tablet, so you might get by with the pockets supplied. Now, the coat comes with privileges not generally granted to the public. For example, you can enter a room and ask a complete stranger personal questions they wouldn't even tell their family. These privileges grow as you progress through your training and as your white coat becomes longer. For example, you're given the privilege to prescribe medication or perform surgery. However, the coat comes with a new set of duties and responsibilities. You're taking responsibility for your patient's health, and you must put their welfare first as you perform your duties. You're taking on responsibility to regulate the behavior of the profession. That starts with your code of honor or honor code and continues with a duty to attempt to help and, if necessary, report colleagues that are not behaving in a professional manner. By the time you get your white coat, you'll have a patch added. That patch shows the world that you're a UNE student and that the university has provided your training. UNE has taken on the responsibility to make sure you are adequately trained to perform the duties you've been assigned. By wearing this patch, you've agreed to abide by UNE's policies and procedures and to meet their standards. This includes not only the standards of performance of care, but the standards of professionalism. The obligation does not end when you graduate, but continues as long as you wear the white coat. You'll continue to represent UNE throughout your career. Everything you do from this point on reflects your school and every other graduate. If you're successful, then the school's reputation will grow. If you're incarcerated for incorrectly dispensing drugs or fraudulent business practices, then the school and the profession suffers, so you have to keep your coat clean. When I was told this event would be in this auditorium where I graduated, I tried to think back to my graduation. I remember very little about my graduation. I know I was nervous about coming up to the stage, and I was sure I was going to make some kind of mistake. I was thinking ahead to my move to my residency site. I don't remember the speeches that were given. So when my wife asked me what I was going to include in my speech today, I told her it really didn't matter because in 2 weeks you wouldn't remember what I said. However, in reality, it does matter, at least to me, because I wouldn't want to embarrass my school. My graduating class began its studies here at UNE 39 years ago. School did not start that year until late in the fall because the facilities were not completed until then. And one could argue they weren't done when we started. Although I do not remember much of my graduation, I vividly remember my first day at UNE. I remember who I was sitting next to, and I was wondering which one of us in the room was going to make it through the program. And I'm sure you've gone through and had the same thoughts. The whole school was located in Stella Maris Hall. We had 2 main classrooms when we started. One was completely empty, and the other one we were sitting in had folding metal chairs, and a portable blackboard. Our histology lab was upstairs, consisted of a rectangular cafeteria tables, more folding chairs, extension cords for our microscopes. Yes, we actually had microscopes, which we had to purchase. I still have mine, if you're looking for a microscope. The school had about a dozen faculty. Most of our clinical lecturers were volunteers. Several could only teach on Saturdays. They were not necessarily all great teachers, but they did want to see the school succeed. A couple of years ago, one of the residents who taught us rheumatology, now a past dean at another school, apologized to me in front of my entire faculty for being a terrible presenter when I had him in school. He was right, probably wasn't the best instructor, but my class really appreciated him from driving all the way from Portland to teach, and as such, I feel I still owe him my gratitude for helping me succeed. I last visited campus 5 years ago at my 30th class reunion. You now have a state-of-the-art modern facility, a beautiful research facility. The school's come a long way. Does it mean you get a better education? About 6 years ago, we changed our curriculum at the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine, and one of my faculty said, Dr. Boisford, if I thought, will this changing curriculum improve our board scores? I answered honestly, no, I doubted that any change we had worked on for the last 3 years would affect our outcomes in the least. It might make it easier for the students to integrate the material presented, but what a student learns is not dependent on the format of the curriculum. All the osteopathic medical schools present the same basic material in a variety of formats. Students succeed about equally at all these schools. Students seem to be resilient and learn the material despite our formats. Whether the curriculum is PBL, system-based, case-based, whether the faculty has technology with all the bells and whistles, or simply folding chairs and a portable blackboard, what you get out of your time here is completely dependent on you. The school has an excellent reputation. Of the 33 colleges of osteopathic medicine, 4 of those schools' chief academic officers are graduates of UNE. The CEO of the American Association of Colleges of Osteopathic Medicine is a graduate and former dean of this school. When I grew up in Vermont, I believe there were 6 osteopathic physicians in the entire state. There are now 12 in the Montpelier area alone. These are the successes of your school. UNE has improved access and quality of care for all of New England and beyond. Be proud to be a student here. I'm proud to have been a graduate. I hope you will be too. And please, for all of us who came before you and all who will come after you, keep your coat clean. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you so much. We have a tradition here at UNE. We have lots of traditions, but this one started after you left. I don't know how many of you know what this is. This is a blue lobster, and I hear groans behind me. A blue lobster is 1 in 3 million. And we'd like to present this to you because, Dr. Bouvier, you are 1 in 3 million. And a box. Thank you. You will notice that seated with the first-year students are second-year students, the class of 2020. These students will serve as sponsors for our first-year students. They currently serve as mentors, and they help the first-year students along the way in the initial steps of their journeys through medical school. Many of them were involved in interviewing the first-year students. Many of them were involved in the orientation component. They corresponded with them over the last year, answering their questions and helping them decide which medical school to attend, because it really is a major decision. They've also participated with them in various activities, and most recently, many of them served as study mates and review leaders as the first-year students prepared for their first block exams. Before we have the students come to the stage to receive their white coats, I'd also like to acknowledge another group who escorted the first and second-year students into the auditorium. Would Jamie Bogiz, Emma Desjardins, Derek Lee, Christina Michoud, Jay Patel, Amuda Parnisime, and Ala Tushujan, as well as David Warwick. Would you please rise? So these 8 students are predoctoral fellows in our Osteopathic Manipulative Medicine Anatomy Fellowship Program. They are chosen from a group of applicants during their second year, and then they take an additional year in training, and during that additional year, they return to campus, and they act as teaching assistants in the osteopathic clinical skills courses. While fellows, they serve as instructors, they do pro sections, they actually teach in continuing education courses, they are involved in interprofessional activities, they participate in research projects, and they carry a patient load. So they actually have their own patient panel that they follow. As fellows, they bridge the world between faculty and students, and they serve as teaching partners and mentors for the students in the class of 2021 and 2020. Please join me in recognizing their efforts. Thanks, you guys. Would the fellows please escort the students to the stage for presentation of the white coats?
Malik Abulesh. Kareem Abdel Jalil. Mason Adams. Eric Adler. Gasser Ahmed. Archana Anandakrishnan. Musi Ahmed. Catherine Anania. Nicole Anastasio. Mary Anderson. Daniel Antonov. Tuxia Arabatsis. Jonathan Baker. Christian Bach. Shenna Banish. Cordell Beaton. Christian Beauregard. Paul Bellafiore. Victoria Berger. Muhammad Ashraf. Mark Bonato. Uh-oh, you were the next group. Mark Bernardo. Matthew Billy. Selena Bowler. William Bushy. Seth Butler. Kara Button. Sean Byrne. Joseph Capuccio. Roger Carter. Ivy Cass. Dean Cataldo. Caitlin Chadwick. Jamie Chan. Alina Chima. Kenneth Chung. Jonathan Chopti. Elena Comella. Nicholas Croce, a.k.a. Croce. Shelby Crowley. Samantha Culver. Jenna DaCosta. Jessica Donabally. Brianna Davis. Matthew DeCarlos. Michael DeCarlos, my apology. Jennifer Darrow. Connor Dean. Anna DePina. Subo Day. Matthew Diorio. Justin Doroshenko. Christina Emanuel. Haley Eskovitz. Rachel Fahey. Anthony Fabiano. Jennifer Ferreira. Maura Fox. Shayna Fox. Sean Furlong. Melissa Garrett. Catherine Gleed. We're ready. Garrett Glavin. Hannah Geiger. John Gibbons. Sonia Gonzalez. Evangeline Green. Sean Grogan. Justin Ham. Jonathan Henson. Emily Hill. Kelsey Hickey. Matthew Hurd. Meshkat Hawk. Brian Hurley. Paul Embriano. Kristen Insardi. Lauren Irvin. Charmine Jaffrey. Maria Jones. Mark Jens. One more. Nicole Jenkins. Megan Jastrzemski. Taylor Calomaris. Molly Kaminsky. Nika Carlson. Juliet Cassis. James Kearney. Stephen Kerbin. Alice Kwong. Joshua Korobuk. Chelsea Kahn. Sarosh Khan. Shahira Kalikdina. Taylor Langevin. Benjamin Larson. Paul Lee. Margaret Letterfine Pascal. Kevin Lee. Riley Liptak. Monica Lefkowitz. Lauren Lever. Shona Leonard. Jordan Lemmy. Philip Lee. Jacob Longfellow. Andrea Lopez. Kyle Macy. Kelsey McGuire. Andy Mai. Matthew Meshaeki. Jennifer Marcidi. Kyle Marichet. Travis Mangau. Alexandra Malesh. Vishak Matthew. Kelly McGraw. Clarice Melanson. Kelsey Mitchell. Cecilia Malloy. Justine Monthony. Jordan Morrison Nozick. Sean Murphy. Anastasia Neritzen. Kristen Nerone. Liam Nguyen. Victoria Nguyen. Daniel O'Connell. Brianna O'Donnell. Luke Olala. Michael O'Sullivan. Taylor Willett. Stephen Ferro. Drew Oyama. Maxwell Oyer. Divya Padmanabhan. Costantino Papathanasio. Anush Patel. Shruti Patel. Leah Pearl. Michael Pearl. Samuel Pettit. Kendall Prowse. Christina Renodin. Connor Richmond. Jordan Reimer. Abigail Rattano. Emily Schaefer. Matthew Seno. Giuliano Scaini. Paras Shah. Omar Sharif. Emily Silberstein. Andrew Smith Friedman. John Slattery. Liza Simmons. Christina Supino. Samuel Stratton. Deanne Stryker. Jane Suh. One more. Olivia Spicer. Matthew Smoot. Alyssa Thomas. Natasha Fallingallingham. Benjamin Thomas. Patrick DeBadji. Adam Uslin. Stephanie Vogel. Jacob Wagner. Jacqueline Ward. Molly Wilgucki. Osivy Wogiran. Michael Winchester. Jenna Wozer. Lyman Wu. Ali Zaidi. Lucas Zibitis. Mackenzie Ziddick. Jordan Zucker.
Okay, it's not quite finished yet. Can't applaud quite yet. Would Susan Berlin Dio, member of the class of 1984 and president of the Unicom Alumni Association, please come to the lectern to lead the students in the oath of honor.
Thank you, Dr. Carrero. All right, we're almost done. This is the important part now. So let's all give it our last go here for the end of the day. So earlier this week, you signed the oath of honor, which is displayed over at the side of the stage. After this morning, this oath will be hung on the Alphonse Center for the Sciences as a daily reminder of the commitment you made in your journey towards becoming an osteopathic physician. Today, you will take the oath of honor in front of your family, your friends, and your colleagues. In 4 years' time, you will take the osteopathic oath and leave here as a doctor of osteopathic medicine. The journey to become an osteopathic physician starts every day. Long before you've had the opportunity to take the osteopathic oath, it starts each and every day that you are pursuing your dream of becoming a physician. You demonstrate the path you have chosen by how you conduct yourself, both in and out of school, in how you interact with your colleagues, the manner in which you treat others, and in how you take personal responsibility for your actions. This is your oath of honor. Therefore, would all the members of the class of 2021 please rise? Now please join me in reading the oath of honor together. In being accepted as a member of the Unicum family, with the privileges to learn the art and science of osteopathy, a unique gift that I vow to share in promoting whole person health, body, mind, and spirit. I acknowledge that honorable success in both academic life and in the practice of medicine requires an unwavering commitment to certain ethical and professional principles. Therefore, I accept the high calling before me by vowing my allegiance to the following core Unicum values: service before self, stewardship, honesty, integrity, responsibility, compassion, respect, perseverance. I publicly vow to commit myself to ethical, professional, and medical excellence, to uphold the letter and spirit of this honor code, and to encourage, remind, and expect my peers to do the same, that we might preserve the dignity and the honor of our school, our community, and our profession. Thank you, and congratulations to all of you.
That was pretty good. Now back to work. No, just kidding. Thank you, Dr. Berlin. You kind of stole my thunder there. All right. Will the members of the class of 2021 please stand and face the audience? Families, friends, physicians, and colleagues, it's my great pleasure to officially present the future physicians of 2021. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you all for joining us. Please have a seat. This concludes our white coat ceremony. Keep your coat clean. This includes our white coat ceremony. I would like to thank Associate Dean Kelly. Yes, and the team from RSAS, right? Without them, none of this would happen. The next time you are in this building, you will be walking across this stage as physicians. Unless, of course, you have season tickets to the Portland Symphony. I would like to invite everyone to join us outside. It's a beautiful day. We have a wonderful reception out there to honor the class. I'd like the families to ask the families and friends to please remain in your seats while the fellows escort the students out of the auditorium, and they'll escort them into the reception area. Students, welcome to UNE, welcome to the profession. We look forward to the next 4 years. Thank you.